If somewhere within the Bible I were to find a passage that said 2 plus 2 equals 5, I wouldn't question what I'm reading in the Bible. I would believe it, accept it as true, and then do my best to work it out and to understand it.
Imagine hanging out with friends, and some of them start pointing and laughing at a guy. Oh, what's going on here? Hey, this guy believes that the earth is 6,000 years old. What an idiot. So you got some people just pointing, mocking, but some people, they take it seriously. Okay, your argument is that the earth is 6,000 years old. Well, let's put that to the test. We're going to debate. I'm going to cross-examine you. I'm going to use the Socratic method. I'm going to use the scientific method. I'm going to use empirical evidence. I'm going to attack your argument from all angles, all different sciences. The fact that we can see the stars are millions years away, millions of light years away. The reason why we can see the stars is because that light has traveled for millions of years. Look at geology, of course, the different dating methods, not just carbon, argon, other dating methods, evolutionary biology, and I'm going to come up with this argument founded on knowledge, critical thinking, reason, logic, and boom, 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 this massive argument, and this massive argument is going to destroy yours. So we put it together just like a professional prosecutor making their case. So you got the courtroom, the other side, Earth is 6,000 years old. They make their case, and now it's your turn, and boom, you bury them. You come up with the massive argument that destroys theirs, and afterwards we're feeling good. Now, why are we feeling good? Well, this is important to do, right? This is defending truth. This is defending education. This is defending knowledge. We want to be on the side of the people throughout history that have increased our knowledge of the world and the universe. What we're doing is righteous. We are defending what is true. That is fantastic. We're all feeling good. Okay. And then your friends start talking about how the earth is flat. Well, wait a minute. The earth isn't flat. And then you say that and they attack you. It's like, well, wait a minute. Let me show you the evidence that every position you're coming up with that the earth is flat has been debunked. Oh, okay. Well, just like the court, right? May the best argument win. No. You're banned. You're not even allowed to present the argument that the earth isn't flat. This is how I felt as an atheist since 2016. I have seen so many atheists get leftist lobotomies. And it is just absolutely stunning. A few years back, we had that incident with the boys from the Catholic school, the Covington kid, Nick Sandman. Oh, this Catholic guy with the MAGA hat attacked this poor innocent Native American, beating on his drum, was belligerent, got in his face. That came from CNN. CNN, this trusted news source. And also plenty of other media outlets as well. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Now, I saw the little clip and I thought, I don't have enough information here about what happened. So I didn't get on the hate train. I decided to get more information. And what I found out is this was all a lie. He didn't go up to that Native American with the drum. He's just standing there. Native American guy comes up to the side, starts sidestepping, gets right in front of him, and just stands there staring at him. That kid did absolutely nothing wrong. And then they said, oh, these Catholic kids were in some confrontation with this Israelite group. And the way they put it, oh, they were just a few young black men promoting the Bible. And that turned out to be a lie as well. This was a hate group spewing out all sorts of hateful things. The leader had gray in his beard, This guy wasn't young, so that was a lie. Everything was a lie. And then the story gets exposed, and then I still see atheists attacking this kid. They're angry and hateful, directing their hatred at this kid. And I'm thinking, why aren't you directing your hatred at CNN? You're not angry that you were just effing lied to? You're not angry about that? You were effing lied to by an organization that's supposed to be a trusted source of knowledge. And you don't have a problem with that. You aren't angry about that. You're still directing your hate against this kid that did nothing wrong. You frauds, you supposed protectors of truth, protectors of knowledge, you great heroes. Oh, we're so rational. We're so logical. As opposed to those silly religious people that believe those ridiculous things in religious text. Oh, can you believe it? You're all a bunch of frauds. You're not angry at CNN for lying to you? You have no problem that you were lied to? Unbelievable. And so many have gone down this path. Now today, the rational atheist for me is Gad Sad. He has not abandoned truth. He's not abandoned his integrity for anything. And somebody like that never will. So it's not like I have these standards of truth that I only apply in certain situations, but not others. No, I have these standards of truth that I apply to all things. I don't blindly follow anything. I always challenge. I always do my own research. He's actually somebody with integrity. Sam Harris has none. Sam Harris is defending censorship. And here he is.
At that point, Hunter Biden literally could have had the corpses of children in his basement. I would not have cared, right? It's like there's nothing. First of all, it's Hunter Biden, right? It's not Joe Biden. But even if whatever scope of Joe Biden's corruption is, like if we could just go down that rabbit hole endlessly and understand that he's getting kickbacks from Hunter Biden's deals in Ukraine or wherever else, right, or China, it is infinitesimal compared to the corruption we know Trump is involved in. Now, that doesn't answer the people who say it's still completely unfair to not have looked at the laptop in a timely way and to have shut down the New York Post's Twitter account. Like that's just a conspiracy. That's a left-wing conspiracy to deny the presidency to Donald Trump. Absolutely, it was. Absolutely, right. But I think it was warranted. Liz Cheney is doing everything in her power.
Conspiracy to prevent somebody being democratically elected.
But there's nothing conspiracy. It's not. It was a conspiracy out in the open. But it doesn't matter if it was. It doesn't matter what part's conspiracy, what part's out in the open. I mean, I think it's like if people get together and talk about what should we do about this phenomenon. If it's like if there was an asteroid hurtling toward Earth, and we got in a room together with all of our friends and had a conversation about what we could do to deflect its course, right? Is that a conspiracy?
What you just saw was a clip of Sam Harris from Jimmy Dore, who happened to have that clip. I couldn't find it in other places, and I didn't feel like going through the entire hour and 40 minutes interview to get it. And I'll leave to link to Jimmy Dore because he gives a great response to this. But Sam Harris, it's basically Orange Man bad. So it was okay to rig the 2020 election. And that's what he just said. Now, people were censored for saying that the election was rigged, and it was referred to as the big lie. Sam Harris just said the 2020 election was rigged because if they released the information about Hunter Biden's laptop, obviously that's negative against Joe Biden, that's good for Donald Trump, that could have swayed the election, which in many states was very close. So the 2020 election was rigged. Now, was it rigged outside of that, did changing election rules for COVID, allowing massive mail-in ballots from out-of-date voter registrations where people are getting mail-in ballots in their mailboxes for people that don't live there anymore, people that have deceased. Did that play anything? Did Joe Biden really get more votes than Barack Obama? I don't know. That stuff's debatable. But without a doubt, based just on this, just intentionally censoring a story you know was true to protect a political candidate, that is rigging. The 2020 election absolutely was rigged. Was that enough where Donald Trump would have won? We don't know, but it was rigged. Intentional censorship to protect a one political party. That is rigging. Was rigged. And him saying that Donald Trump is more corrupt than Joe Biden is not a rational statement to make. If he had that debate with Jimmy Dore, he would get buried. He would get demolished. But Sam Harris is a coward. He won't have that debate. Instead, he'll ban people from his Twitter handle. He has banned Jimmy Dore. He's banned Gad Saad, who actually had a personal relationship with him, knew him, had a relationship, banned anyway. He will not argue. He will not present an argument because he's a coward and he's a hypocrite, because this goes against so many things that he preached about, being a so-called intellectual. You must not be biased. You must recognize your bias. You must open your mind to other ideas. And in fact, in the beginning of this interview, he said something like that. Oh, I don't belong into any groups or any identities, and I'm not even the same person as I was yesterday because I have to keep my mind open to new ideas. Yeah, you argue with him, you get banned, you get censored. He can't answer for what he said. He can't defend it. And instead of being a man about it and admitting he was wrong, he just censors opposing views. He's a coward and he's a hypocrite. And unfortunately, this is what we have that's very common. And the leftists, this is the leftist religion. This is the leftist cult. This is how they operate. And now we have religious people on the right attacking atheists. Look, they have no ethics. They have no values. Look at what happens when you don't believe in God. Look at Sam Harris, justifying lying, justifying censorship. And then his whole thing about Trump being more corrupt than Biden. And the example he gives is Trump University. So Sam Harris still has a stick up his ass about Trump University. Trump is private sector. Trump University was sued. There was a settlement of $25 million. So that's how you handle it. In the meantime, you're going to compare that to Joe Biden. Joe Biden is public office. He's an elected representative. We have a republic. We don't have a democracy. In a democracy, everybody votes on everything. It's not real practical. They tried it in Athens, Greece, and it pretty much took forever to get things done because, well, back in that day, you're doing round robin to 400 people on every decision. Now, obviously, we have technology where we can make that faster, but we do not have a democracy. We have a republic. We elect people to represent us, and they're supposed to be representing us. They're supposed to be representing United States citizens. When you have people, instead of representing citizens, representing foreign agents because they gave your son millions of dollars for access, and now you're going to influence policy to appease them rather than the citizens you're supposed to represent? What's more corrupt than that? And you're going to compare Trump University with that kind of corruption? Are you kidding me? And then to justify it, he talks about the big asteroid. Oh, well, we got to censor because it's like this big asteroid. I wonder if the Germans used that when they censored the Jews from all media. Yeah, we're going to censor them, but hey, imagine this big asteroid about to destroy Germany. Would you want that? No, you don't think a giant asteroid hitting Germany would be good? Well, then you're for the censor. You agree then we had to censor the Jews. Unless you're a big asteroid fan. That's what you believe in. I mean, what an insane excuse. And obviously he has none. And the people interviewing, I think they used to be fans, and they're watching this going, holy cow, this is Sam Harris? This is what he believes in? What a disappointment. And it is a disappointment. And I'll give the last word to Jimmy Dore. Oh, but by the way, I think I mentioned this before. Jimmy Dore challenges him, banned. Gad Saad challenges him, banned. Others as well. People that are pro-censorship are cowards. They are freaking cowards. If there's a position that you don't like, put together a better argument. May the best argument win. If you're for censorship, you're a goddamn coward. And I hope it's probably not going to happen. I hope Sam Harris finds a way to redeem himself. If you want to redeem yourself, Sam Harris, stop banning people. Have a debate with somebody. Have a debate with Jimmy Dore or whoever. And you're going to get your ass handed, but you should. And when you get your ass handed, when you find out that your position that you've been holding has been absolute bullshit, then be a man and abandon this crazy position that you have, because it's not rational. It's ridiculous. And then here's some last comments from Jimmy Dore. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
I've always thought that this was a very hard call. Not a hard call. You don't censor accurate information to help your political side. It's not a hard call. Not a hard call. Ethically and journalistically. Well, that's why you're worth shit ethically and journalistically. You wrote a good book about atheism and you have no ethics and you're shit journalistically, Sam. That's a fact.